Right. Well, Ryan, decent run in the side, playing a lot of games. What's it sort of as a learning curve playing at championship level? How's the last, since we last spoke, a couple of months been for you?
Yeah, really good. Like I said, my main aim was to nail the starting position down in the side, and I think I managed to do that the last couple of weeks. Like I said to you then, I've just got to keep learning every day in training, keep learning in games that I'm playing in with the standard that I'm playing against now and playing with. And yeah, I think I've just got to keep that learning progress going and hopefully just keep myself in the side.
What would you say has been the biggest lesson, as you say, part of that learning process that you've picked up over the last couple of weeks in these games that you've been involved in?
Like I said, I think it's the mistakes. If you make a mistake in this league, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get punished for it. I think that's the main learning curve for me, but luckily I managed to get that out early doors, I think. And hopefully that won't happen again, but yeah, it's definitely you'll get punished if you make a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, they're sharper onto you. You've got to be. Maybe it's just that, being aware, the awareness of how quick things can turn.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right in what you're saying. That's the main thing throughout the team. Really, you know that you have to be at it 9 times out of 10, or else you're not going to win the game. And I think, fortunately for us, for the last month at least now, we've been at it, and we look a very good team now.
The other thing that maybe you're going to face greater competition for places again, aren't you? Players coming back to fitness. Is that something that you relish? Is that something that you want?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think, like I said, with the learning thing, Josh McEachran coming back now, Maka, it's only good for me really to make sure that I'm at it every single day in training, and every game that I'm playing I've got to make sure that I keep myself in the side, and that's something that I'm definitely going to look to do.
Obviously you moved to the club under one manager and you've had someone else taking temporary charge, and now you've got another gaffer in charge. Three gaffers in a very short space of time. That's fairly unusual, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely, and that's something that I'm not really used to be honest. Obviously coming from Shrewsbury where it was really stable sort of thing. But yeah, I've took it all in my stride. It's a part of that learning process again that I keep saying, and it's only good for me really to face all these different circumstances so I can get it on board early.
Different styles, I suppose, different styles of management. I know Lee was only a sort of a temporary sort of interim capacity, but he got things buzzing, and now you've got another manager now who's a Walsall legend. What's it like playing for a Walsall legend as a Walsall fan?
Yeah, I'd like to say now that I'm not a Walsall fan anymore, to be honest with you, but
not with the cup game coming up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's obviously good, more for my dad more than anything. He's still a Walsall fan, unfortunately, but just the way it is. Yeah, it's good. He did really well for Walsall, going playing some really good stuff. I've played against him a lot, and it's I spoke to Bradders actually, Tom Bradshaw, before he came here, just to ask what he was about sort of thing, and he only had good words to say about him, and I could only say good things about him now from what I've seen so far. So yeah, I think it's a really good choice by the club, and hopefully the only way is up.
And I'm right in thinking that when obviously you were released by Walsall, that coincided though with Dean coming in later on that summer, so you never actually worked with him, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I never worked with Dean Smith. I can't even, Mick Alshaw was in charge of the youth team then, and I think it was Paul Merson in charge of the first team then, or something like that. So yeah, I never really knew Dean before he came here.
Okay, I've got to ask you though about the FA Cup as well. Now that we know it's going to be the Saddlers, what do you make of that? Is that something a little bit more special for you? Would you love to be involved in that game?
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to play against Walsall because I always want to get one over them. It's been a running theme for me really the last few years. I've played against them an awful lot, even when I wasn't in the same league as them. But yeah, it should be a good test for us. And it's one team that you'd like to think the gaffer definitely knows how to beat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can move on to the fourth round of the cup.
What does your dad make of it when you were playing against them? I mean, dads can be quite critical. Can be the best stroke worst critics of their lads anyway. But yeah, when you take on his team, who does he support? You or his team?
It's a little bit awkward for him, obviously, because he likes both parties to do well. But he's always got to be on my side, hasn't he? At the end of the day, he's my dad.
Absolutely.
Well, I'd like to think so anyway. But yeah, like I said, it's a little bit awkward for him, but he's always got to want his son to do well, hasn't he?
Absolutely, I should hope so. In regards to just on the pitch, I mean, obviously the last 3 games since the new gaffer's come in charge, 1 win, 1 draw in a derby, and of course, you know, a defeat that could have been more. It could have gone either way late on, couldn't it, against Cardiff City? Where, as a group, going into this busy period, where are you at as a group of players? Do you think you're sort of confident?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's no reason why not. I think that was the first game we'd lost in 10. And we were really unfortunate to lose the game in the end. I think we didn't really get going first half. We were quite bad actually. And then second half, I think we pulled it back together, especially after the 55, 60 minutes. We started really playing some good stuff, and we thoroughly deserved to get back into the game. And it was a real sucker punch really to go down at the end, but I think that just shows the character of us and the lads, and it shows that we can come back from 2-0 down away from home. And I think we can only take the positives out of that game now and just forget about it really.
Lots of games coming. It's a Christmas period. Lots of other people are, you know, tucking into mince pies in Turkey. Who's a professional athlete can't do that. But you get to play a lot of football over that time, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, obviously it's nice. I'll spend a couple of days with my family over the Christmas period at home, but it's got to be full focus as usual on football. At the end of the day, that's our job, and we want to do the best for Brentford. And like I said, our main aim is to get into the Premier League, so we've got to sacrifice these sort of things to make sure that we're on top of our game and keep winning these 3 points over the busy period.
It's a good opportunity to build momentum though, with a lot of games in a short space of time.
Yeah, definitely. I think we built a lot of momentum over the last 10 games anyway, but just to keep pushing on now with that and just get more points on the board and see us in the playoffs.
Is there anything to be scared of in the Championship, do you think, from your experience so far?
Definitely not. Obviously there's some very good teams and very good individuals, but as a team here I can't see any that are better than us in this league. We play some very good football, and I think we're a team to be fitted. Like I said, our main aim is just to win as many games as we possibly can, starting with tomorrow.